Welcome to this edition of the Eagle Sports Coaches Show. We're joined by Hall of Fame golf coach, Dr. Rex Chaney, leading the men's program here at MSU. Coach, always great to see you. Appreciate your time today. Got to get the important question out of the way first. You own some property in Florida, but you're here in Moorhead where it's 0 degrees out and a negative 20 wind chill. What were you thinking?
Well, our son Lee, we were leasing some apartments for him, and we got a deal down there, and have a little 2-bedroom place on a golf course where he can practice. So I guess we decided to do that, and I get there as much as I can, but this time of year, not much.
Let's kind of stroll down memory lane a little bit. You graduated from Moorhead State in the 1950s. You've been coaching here since the 1960s. What originally got you going here at Moorhead State? Kind of tell us the story, if you would, on how you got involved, because during your career you've coached men's basketball, baseball, and then you've been the leader of the men's golf program for many years.
Well, I came back here originally. I was coaching in the high school, coaching basketball and baseball. And they need the baseball coach here. I was here finishing up a master's degree in the summer. And I taught basically science courses in high school, so I had a National Science Foundation grant to come back here and to finish a master's. So while I was here, the president called me in and said, "You've coached baseball in high school, can you handle college?" I said, "Yeah, if the price is right, I can." But anyway, I took the job. The first year I coached, because we didn't have fall baseball then, was 1961. And then I coached through 66. Went to Indiana University, finished up a doctorate, and came back. And I got out of coaching for a while because Dr. Dorn, who was the president, wanted me to write some Title I grants to help communities develop parks and economic kinds of things. And we worked with the communities for 3 years during the duration of that grant. Then in 1977, of course, I can go back. Coach Laughlin, my old college coach, I played for 2 years and then was basketball manager for 2 years to keep my grant and aid. And when I got back, Coach Laughlin wanted somebody to do the recruiting. So I spent 3 years doing that. And then once I went to Indiana University, he was no longer the baseball or the basketball coach. He was the athletic director, and so they gave me an opportunity to not fool with basketball anymore, but to do the things I wanted to do academically. In 1977, Ed Binion, who had been the golf coach, went with Arnold Palmer Enterprises. And so I'd been working with some of the kids on their golf swing. And there were 6 returning kids that year. The president called me in the first week of March, along with the athletic director, Sonny Moran, and said, "The kids all want you to coach them." And I said, "I'm not coaching anymore." So a week later, they called me in there again, and I said, "I'll do it for a year." Now I've been doing it for 38.
Imagine that. Tell us finally in today's segment about your coaching staff. I know that Dean Schneider, one of your former golfers, was helping you out for a while, and he's now working with the LPGA Tour. And Buck Dawson, who's very accomplished in the track and field world and has been helping you out with the men's golf program here, is back. And it's important to have good hands, because in today's society, there are a lot of demands on the head coach, and you need to delegate some of that work, don't you?
We do, and Buck Dawson's a godsend. He helped me coach. He pitched for Moorhead State University. He was a quarterback on the football team, and he pitched for Moorhead State under John Sonny Allen. But he had retired from Florida. He is a Hall of Famer at Moorhead State University. He's a Hall of Famer in track and cross country in Florida. And he and his wife, who's from Moorhead, moved back here. Mm-hmm. And he came and talked to me, and he was helping with the cross country here, but they hired a new coach, and he came to me and said, "I'd like to help you in golf." I said, "I don't know anything about golf, but I can help you in some way," and he does. He is very important to our young men because he knows how to motivate. And he helps us in the drills that we do. because that allows me to go around from station to station, work on some other things while he is doing a particular drill. We've got other drill stations going. So he's been very important, and I'm tickled to death that we have him.
And then Dean, you were just telling me a few minutes ago before we started about kind of how proud you are of him. He's come up through the system. He was a golfer, he was an assistant coach, and now he's got an opportunity in professional golf.
Well, my recommendation to Dean, we'd like to have kept him here because he had good rapport with our young man, and certainly he's a lot younger than I am, and they sort of related to Dean. But Dean had this opportunity, and I said, Dean, the money is with the LPGA. Anything you want to do professionally, you're way a step ahead of going to with the LPGA. He's a very intelligent young man. He has the skills technically, and he has the communication skills to be able to do what they want him to do. And I wrote him a letter of recommendation, and they accepted him immediately.
That's great.
He's a good man.
That's the Hall of Fame men's golf coach, Dr. Rex Chaney, here at Morehead State. And stay with us. This is the Eagle Sports Coaches Show.